And even crazier, so one of Julio's close associates, a kid named Kenny Caps. Kenny Caps is a rapper. I forget his exact name. His real name is like Richard, some other shit that I'm not. It doesn't have anything to do with Kenny. But I say that to say. So Kenny Caps was on the most recent No Jumper interview with Julio Fulio, and he was fresh home from jail. And he's talking about, fresh home from jail. He caught a body, some other shit. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, he looked like a kid.
I saw
so,
that.
bro, like 21, fresh home from jail. Same situation as the Pop Smoke killer. He caught the body at 16. He was young. He got hit with. He ended up getting hit. Let me explain everything because it ties into some crazy shit. All right, so boom, Kenny Caps, like I said, one of Julio Fulio's close associates. So Kenny Caps is actually he's actually the shooter of the kid who died during the football game that I mentioned last episode. The football game that I mentioned last episode. The victim was the nephew of the two shooters who just killed Fulio.
Oh,
Kenny Caps is allegedly
the shooter.
It was him and another friend with a name you might remember, you might have heard, Bibby. Now, if you know, they say smoking on Bibby and all that, RP, you know what I mean? But they say Julio is, they always talking about Bibby's their man. ATK is always talking about smoking on Bibby. Now, Bibby and Kenny Caps were allegedly the shooters at this football game that saw 3 victims, 2 that got shot and 1 that died. The one that died was the nephew of the 2 people who just shot Julio Fulio that got arrested. The brothers involved.
The other
2 brothers that are involved. Okay, cool. So now Kenny Caps has gotten indicted by the feds earlier this week. But it was for undercover narcotics sale. It was like he got caught selling like a half a pound of meth to a DT, to an undercover cop, right? But what's fucking crazy is he did that in June. It was like June 8th or June 12th. Before Julio Fulio died, he did that. He sold to the undercover cop. Why did the police wait 2 months to indict him? Now a lot of people are saying they were expecting him to go and retaliate on Julio Fulio's behalf, which is a dirty fucking game that those feds play.
Nah, that's dirty.
Because if he sold to that undercover 2 months ago, why did you wait? Because usually it takes a little bit to get fully indicted and go get arrested. So yeah, I understand, but it might have took, because Julio Fulio died on the 23rd, which was like a week after the DT said that Kenny Caps had got sold to the undercover cop. So it's just crazy to think that after Julio Fulio died, the police waited another month and a half before they even thought about, like, all right, let's go get him now. Because it was like they almost wanted him to go retaliate, to go see, like, you know, we got him on some drug charges, but we know he's violent. He already killed somebody. He's probably going to go retaliate. We could just wait. He'll kill somebody who's probably going to be a violent person he's going to kill. And we get to put him in jail forever.
Sounds like entrapment.
Sounds like the police playing that dirty fucking game they play. And they always say, they let the killers kill each other. Let them kill. Go ahead. Let them. Chicago, be unsolved. We don't give a fuck. We're not about to spend tax money on this. They going to kill each other. By next summer, they all going to be dead.
Wow.
And it's fucking crazy to think about that. And it's even wilder is, so in that Kenny Caps story was when he had shot, I started finding out the whole story. The kid he killed was a 17-year-old, but they were getting jumped. It was 2 versus 3. And Kenny Caps and them had already gotten shot at earlier during that football game. They already got into a fist fight in the stands. They left. They all came back before the game was over, and that's when the actual altercation happened that left 1 victim dead and 2 others shot. But the 2 victims that got shot and the 1 victim that died, they were trying to jump Kenny Caps and Bibby, and they were 17, 19, and I believe 20. So it's like, and mind you, Kenny Caps is 5'4". Bibby, if I'm not mistaken, was like 5'3". So these are kids. Bibby was like 15. Yeah. Kenny Caps was 16 at the time. That's also how he ended up beating that charge for murder, and they ended up giving him some type of assault. They lessened it, and they ended up dropping it because there was no witnesses. No witnesses came to testify, and everybody changed their story. The witnesses that originally told on the scene, they changed the story and refused to testify. So they ended up dropping it all the way down. He ended up doing like 4 or 5 years, and he's home, and now he goes back to jail, indicted on these drug charges.
It's crazy.
All that to say, man.